I'm George, the DP, and I'm based in Austin, Texas. And I have a fairly big shoot set up for tomorrow, so I'm packing today just because of everything that I'm going to need. It's going to be a corporate interview style. We're going to do several clients. I think I'm going to do like 45 interviews over the day. It's going to be real quick, 1 to 2 minutes at a time. I'm going to do lights and mics and cameras, of course. So for this one, I'm actually, I get to make a decision of whether I'm going to do 1 or 2 cameras. We're also going to do some B-roll on top of that as well. So I figured it's going to be safer for me to do a 2-camera setup for this, to cut between them for any reasons, and also to cut between the B-roll. So I'm going to set up an A and B cam. And my A cam is going to be, of course, my FX6 is going to be my A cam. And then for my B cam, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my A7IV for my B cam. I'm going to have it completely rigged out. You can see right now I just have it set up for photography because that's the last thing I did was a photo shoot for the A7IV. So I'm going to do a full out rig. I have a Cine rig for that, a Cine rig or Cineback style that I got from AliExpress. You can see here, I've got that, and then you can also see up here that I've got the FX3 XLR, FX3 FX30 XLR handle, because that actually works for the A7IV. With the hot shoe, the handle works for the A7IV, gives me 4 channels of audio, the 2 outboard XLR, and then a 2-channel 3.5mm headphone jack. I'm going to go ahead and rig that out. I'm going to change the cage for the A7IV to rig that out to get that all set up. And yeah, I'm also going to do lav mics and shotgun mic. Just to be safety. I always want to have more than one audio source just for safety reasons. The last thing I want to do is to botch all the audio for the day. One thing I always tell, in forums that I'm in and so forth, if you mess up video, you can always cut in some B-roll over a bad video shoot or a bad shot, but there's no easy fix for bad audio. So I definitely want to have multiple sources of audio. I'm going to have at least 4 sources of audio. So I'm going to have the shotgun mic. That's probably going to be my primary source of audio. I'm going to set up a lapel mic or a lav mic with my Deity PR2. And then I'm going to have 2 cameras, and each one of them are also going to be recording onboard audio as well. On the FX6, I'm going to do an XLR mic. And then for the A7IV, since I'm going to be doing timecode recording as well, I have the Deity TC-1. Well, the problem with the A7IV is that there's no easy way to get timecode in there, so I've got to record audio timecode. Well, the Deity TC-1 system is a 3.5mm jack connection. On one channel, it does the timecode, the audio timecode that I'll be able to record in the camera, and I'll be able to convert it after the fact. And then on the other channel, it has an onboard mic on the Deity TC-1 system, and I'll be able to record scratch audio there as well. So I have 4 different sources of audio that I'll be able to use. Like, I gotta have backups. always gotta have backup. Yeah, and then also what I'm going to be doing is since I'm doing lights and mics, I'm also going to have full-on setups. I'm going to have some C-stands. I've got 6 C-stands. I'll probably end up bringing like 3 of them, I think. Maybe a 4th one just in case I need another setup. But so so for a typical 1-person interview setup, I'll do 3 stands. I'll do one for the key light, 1 for the hair light, and then 1 for the boom mic. And I might bring a couple extra just in case I need to dress up the room. The interview should be taking place in a hotel room, I believe. And in case I need to put up any diffusion or any reflectors or anything like that, I'll bring some other ones just in case. So I'm going to have a full-on kit that I'm going to be bringing this time. And that's why I'm packing the day before and getting everything set up, test my SD cards, test my lenses, test my cameras. I go through my list whenever I do my packing as I go through testing everything and inspecting everything just to make sure it all looks good. So I'm going to be packing, I'm doing a full-on pack, and I'll show you guys and talk you through my pack setup as well. Just a quick overview of my FX6 rig here. Just that it was on sticks the entire time, so I didn't need the shoulder pad or anything like that, but I still used the small rig shoulder pad and VCT plate just for the tripod mounting. It makes things a lot easier. And I actually ended up using a much larger V-mount battery just to last through the whole day of filming, and I didn't have to change it at all, actually. And here is my A7IV rig after I changed it to the small rig cage, and then I rigged this out for my B cam, and this was really nice setup as well. Really straightforward, really easy for me to get this, all the accessories on it, and everything like that. So just a quick build of the cart. I store it with the wheels inside, just because I store it inside of my house, and just a quick time lapse of that. All right, here's everything, packing everything up tonight. I pack all the electronics inside of the truck, and I pack all of the non-electronics in the bed of the truck. So I actually got this idea from PD Mokri to use milk crates for packing, and I used his video. You can see I cut the foam here, and it's really great. They stack nicely, and they work really well. So here I've got two Aputure 60Xs. Let's see, yeah, two Aputure 60Xs with all of the accessories and the reflectors. Okay, so here I have two Godox VL200s. Got those ready to both pack nicely in one crate. Okay, here I've got my Aputure 600D ballast and two ballasts for the two Godox VL200s. Got my Aputure 600D with, and I just put some clamps on top of it, just some like A clamps on top of that. And then here I've got, I'll call this my MISC. So I've got various tape, various colors tape, and I've got gaff tape here, got clamps, I've got my audio setup in here, which is a Portacapture, it's a Tascam Portacapture X8. I've got random cables and stuff in here. I've got my timecode kit in here, and I've got a bunch of V-mount batteries in here. I'll show you the camera in just a little bit. And yeah, it all goes nicely into this crate, and I'll be able to pack all the crates up here. Just one more crate. Actually, I'm going to have two, because I got the reflectors for the VL200s and the 600D. So I'll put I'll line these crates up here since they stack nicely, and then here I'll put the camera packages that I have set up here. All right, here we are the next morning. I'm arrived in the parking garage of the hotel. I actually had to go up to the 5th or 6th floor, if I recall. And this is just a time lapse of me setting up the cart. I had to really load this thing down. This is the first time I've actually loaded this much stuff on the cart. So these are these little clamps right here that I put for the C-stands. They are some drum kit stuff. I saw another YouTube video where somebody uses drum kit to hold C-stands, and these were clutch. I mean, you can see here that I just piled in all the C-stands, the gobo arms, and the brackets, and they all fit nicely right there, especially since I had to do a lot of movement. If you guys are interested, I can share the video that I saw for that. And then here I am loading up the carts with the milk cartons and the camera packages on top. I really loaded down this cart. Actually, I didn't realize it at the time, but they have pneumatic wheels, and I didn't fill them up all the way, and like I basically was very flat on the wheels. I didn't load them up. I haven't put this much weight on the cart before, and so what I ended up doing, which was really clutch that I did that, is I bought recently I bought a deal on a tire inflator, and it's a good thing that I brought it with me, because the wheels were completely flat, just about. So I was able to save the day with this cart by inflating the tires up. I know for next time to check that before I head out in the morning. But luckily I brought that with me, and I was able to save the day with that. All right, here is my setup that I had for today. I ended up using a key light, a microphone, and the 2 lights. I did not end up using a hair light. I didn't have enough time for the setup, and I also did not use a lav mic. I did not have time for that as well, especially since we're transitioning quickly between interviewees. I just didn't have enough time to get that all set up. So here you can see I've got the Aputure 600D. And here is the Tascam Portacapture X8, and I have the TC-1, the Deity TC-1 time code attached to it. There's the ballast and the setup for the 600D. I had enough space and lighting to change the light in position where I wanted it. I decided to motivate the light here from the window, just because I'm shooting into this backdrop they had set up, and of course we had a chair for each interviewee as they went by. Really quick interviews that we ended up doing. They were probably only 1 to 2-ish minutes at most. And then some of the senior staff at this business, they also went through interviews and the longer interviews just for the content that needed there. Yeah, so really overall busy day, of course, but a productive day for sure. So this is my A7IV. I broke it down for the B-roll that I needed to get, and here it is with my Manfrotto GVM, and yeah, just capturing all of the B-roll necessary. We had allocated about an hour to do that, so it was pretty good. All right, so I can't show you the details of the shots, but I can say that this is the A-cam shoot. I'm filming an S-Log3. You can see this here, and then here is the B-cam shot. It's a little bit closer, cropping a little bit more for the B-cam, just to kind of get that separation. This is one shot from the final edited video I'm really proud of. It's more like a Brady Bunch style, and with a ton of people in here, and I'm really proud of how the shot turned out. All right, after the long production day, here is the breakdown of the cart. I'm really glad that I got this cart. It made it so much easier, especially since I had to go through 2 elevators. One through the parking garage, and then one into the hotel itself. I mean, this is a ton of gear, and having to carry this back and forth is not workable at all. So this cart definitely came in clutch. I'm glad I actually brought that tire inflator as well. That completely saved me just from having to figure something else out besides the cart. But yeah, I've got all this, just taking it all apart here. I've got all these extra accessories that I bought for it, just to make it a little bit easier and a lot more straightforward to use, and to accessorize it and add different things that I need there. So